I don't know about all that.
I can have all the cash in the world, I still slam you.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor.
I got my own if I don't need security.
And 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
You know I'm really shiesty. Don't let dirt verse go to your head. Ain't no bad as slime as me.
Welcome back to Ladies Love Drama, where the stories are real, the emotions run deep, and the conversations. Oh yeah, tonight we're diving into a situation that shook the streets and challenged reputations. We're talking about Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. Respect, street codes, and what really happens when image meets reality. Because sometimes what people expect from you ain't what really goes down when the pressure hits. Let's talk about it. So boom, this situation right here is layered. You got Gucci Mane, a man whose reputation has been built over the years, street credibility, survival stories, and a past people respect and honestly fear a little. When people think Gucci, they think he ain't the one to play with. Then you got Pooh Shiesty, a younger artist coming up under that same umbrella, representing a new generation, but still tied into that same culture of respect, loyalty, and consequence. Now the story being talked about, that Shiesty allegedly did Gucci dirty, robbed him, took his jewelry, and not just took it, disrespected him in the process. We're talking about a situation where under pressure, Gucci reportedly complied, gave it up, followed instructions. And one detail that people can't stop talking about, they didn't just take his chains or watches. They unscrewed this man's earrings directly out of his ears. Now let's pause right there. Because in the street culture, that's not just robbery. That's humiliation. That's a different level of disrespect. That's stripping someone not just of their valuables, but of image, pride, and perceived power. And here's where the conversation gets real. People expected something different from Gucci. They expected resistance. They expected retaliation. They expected the version of Gucci that the streets builds up in their minds. But reality, pressure changes everything. When you're in a real life situation, not a song, not a persona, not a story, you don't always move how people think you should move. Survival kicks in, instincts take over. And the truth is, a lot of people talking, they've never been in that moment. So the question becomes, is Gucci wrong for choosing safety over pride? Or are people wrong for expecting someone to risk their life just to maintain an image? And let's not ignore the other side. If Shiesty really crossed that line, what does that say about loyalty, about mentorship, about the code people claim to live by? Because in that world, betrayal hits harder than robbery itself. At the end of the day, this situation exposes something deeper. The gap between who people think you are and what you actually do when everything is on the line. And that's the real tea. Reputation is loud, but reality is louder. So you tell me, if you were in that situation, are you protecting your pride or are you protecting your life? Drop your thoughts, because this one right here, it's not black and white. This is Ladies Love Drama, where perception meets truth. See you next time.
April 11th.
Pop the Balloons, Ladies Love Drama
I
edition.
think you got what it takes to be a part of the madness. It's time for Pop the Balloon, Ladies Love Drama edition.
April 11th.
Ladies Love Drama edition.
Drama is guaranteed.
DM Drama Dre if you want to be a contestant or get involved. Hosted by Drama Dre.
Hosted by Drama Dre.
It's Pop the Balloon
DM now to be a contestant or get
edition.
involved.
Make sure you guys DM the Ladies Love Drama page. Ladies Love Drama and $1 Billion Convo.
Make a little bit of drama, a little bit of tea.
You guys are gonna find love.